is Lisa from Life and Layouts. Thanks for joining me for another process video. And guess what? I'm using this sketch again. I actually did this layout first and loved the way it came out. And as I was finishing it, I realized that I did not follow along with the prompts that we were using. So I had to redo the layout that I just presented to you guys last week. So I still wanted to show you this layout because it does give you another version of this sketch. And while it looks very similar to the other one, it's completely and totally different than my currently sketch. My currently layout. So if you haven't checked out that sketch and that video, I'll link it below. Not only my take on that video, my take on that sketch, but also Vanessa and Janet's take on the sketch, because we all did a take on this particular sketch for the Sketch Inspired series. So these photos are from when my little one was at the park. And I also realized that I take a lot of pictures when they're at the park, and I scrapbook a lot of things in the park, but they're so stinking cute when they're at the park. So I know that a lot of folks have a really hard time using very themey paper. That is totally not me. I love themey paper. The bolder, the better. The more themey, the better. I just love everything about it. And so this playground kit playground paper pack from Echo Park, I thought was perfect because the photos are of Adam. He's in a little spinny thing, and the way it's tilted, when he gets to the bottom, his weight pushes him back to the front. So he found that hilarious. So I thought that the little merry-go-round paper as well as the arrow paper worked perfectly for these photos. So here I'm going to gut my paper because I like to save paper, and I try to save paper as much as I can. However, what you're going to see in just a second as I take that out and lay the arrow paper on top of it, I did not plan very well. So I have this huge gap at the top, and I'm like, how am I going to fill that? I have no idea. So out comes another piece of paper. And so I decided to matte that cream color with this navy blue cardstock. So if you're going to gut your paper, remember how big the paper that you're putting on top of it covers it. So after I put this down, and then I'm going to lay that arrow paper back on top of it, I realized that I really liked the cream color paper on the left-hand side. I didn't want to add to it, or I didn't want that navy blue on top of it, but it looked kind of funny with one side of the layout being matted and the other side not being matted. So I'm going to fix that in just a moment. But the reason that I gutted my paper was that I wanted to matte those 4x6 photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the center of the navy paper and use the cream. I cut it down, I think a half an inch on two sides. So now it looks better because I still was able to use the cream, but I have that ability to. It looks matted on both sides. I mean, it's matted on both sides, so it has a finished touch to it. So I use the center of the navy paper to matte my photo on the left. So what I did was I put that in the Project Life app, and I put 6 photos on a 4x6. So it gave me 6 2x2 photos, because they're really very similar photos, but his facial expression and the way he's leaning on it and trying to climb on it, I wanted to capture all of those. So that's why I didn't feel like it needed full 4x6 photos or 3x4 photos, but I did want them on there. So after my ATG gives me a little hassle and I'm able to get it back on the road, I pull out my new T-square ruler. I'm so excited about this T-square ruler. It is 18 inches long. So I can do things like this. Line up my mat on the T-square ruler on the left side of the page, and then still have space on the right side of the page to make sure that it flows evenly. And as a double page layout person, I think that is the best investment. I still love my 12 by 12 T-square ruler. I use that just as often, but I think this is perfect when I'm trying to line up two of the double page layouts. So I'm using my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Peach to add some dots. Oh my goodness. Spray, adhesive. Nope, none of those words. Splatters. That's the word I'm looking for. To the paper. And so while that's drying, I pull out this border punch, which is a scallop border punch, to mimic the bottom of the layers on the sketch. So it just gives it a little bit of dimension down there at the bottom of the photos. So now that I have completed that and I bring my layouts back together, I'm going to clean up a little bit, but then I'm going to add my photos, my 4x6 photos down, and I'm going to overlap them just a little bit. And I end up using some fun foam behind one of the photos. I put one flat down on the layout, and then the other one I use the fun foam on. So as I'm wrapping that up and doing that, I want to invite you guys to check out our sketch inspired series. If I do have a giveaway going on for the sketch inspired series, if you create a layout and you can post it anywhere, you can post it on your blog, on Facebook, just comment below with a link so that I can go find it, and you'll be entered into this contest. And I just want you to create a layout based on any of these sketches. So this particular sketch, or the one that we did 2 weeks ago at the beginning of August, or the one that we're going to do at the end of August. And you'll have until the end of September to post your layouts. And so I want you guys to be inspired. Create a 1-page layout, a 2-page layout, create a traveler's notebook, however you see fit in regards to this sketch inspiring you. And I will do a random drawing for a $20 gift certificate to Scrapbook Generations. I love that store. I think it's a great local store. Even though it's not local to me, I feel like I still have that local feel whenever I shop from them. And definitely go check out Vanessa's take on the sketch as well as Janet's take on the sketch, because they did fabulous, fabulous jobs, and all of those links will be posted below. So now I am adding some of the icons from the sticker sheet to give it a playground type feel. So I added the clouds and the sun, and then another merry-go-round, and then that tree with the tire swing. And then I'm going to add this cut up from the cut apart sheet, that little card that has the merry-go-round in it, so I can journal on that. So I'm just trimming off just a little bit more edge, and I like to use my guillotine trimmer for when I'm cutting things that small or trimming things up that small. So I'm going to use the fun foam to back this as well, and then I'm going to journal on that little square and just talk about how Adam loved that little spinny thing and was so fascinated with it when we were at the park. So that is it for this layout. Thanks everyone for joining me on this process video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you want to see more double page layouts, because that's all I do on this channel, hit that subscribe button and it will inform you when there's new videos. Thanks for watching and have a scrappy day.